10 Secrets to Guarantee Your Success. A framework for a winning mindset. Don't focus on what you want, focus on what you need to do to get there. Nick Saban. If you want to be successful in anything, you must have a system. This is part 3 in a series based on Scott Adams' book, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. Check out part 2 where I describe why goals are for losers and systems are for winners. The big idea is to apply a systems mindset instead of a goal mindset to everything in your life. Here are 10 tips on how to do that and be a motherfucking winner. Too over the top? Whatever, let's go. Number 1. To stay motivated, it should feel good. Applying your system should be rewarding, not feel like punishment. Do things at an intensity level or frequency level so they aren't a chore. Don't torture yourself. If you are doing something that is not enjoyable, at least somewhat, you are training yourself to not do it. Many activities are intrinsically rewarding if done right. Creating, writing, music, art, programming, exercise, connecting with people, etc. This doesn't mean it's not hard work. Hard work is rewarding too. Number 2. Just Google it. We live in an age where you can instantly find a system for anything. Number 3. Copy others and build on that. Stand on the shoulders of giants. Tony Robbins says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. I'll add that you might even achieve better results. There's no shame in building on what an already successful person did. 2 of the best YouTube channels for personal development, Fight Mediocrity and Practical Psychology, inspired me to start writing and create my own YouTube channels. Number 4. K.I.S.S. No, not the band. Keep it simple, stupid. Simple systems are best. You can optimize later after some success, but keep it simple, stupid is the clearest route to succeed. Optimizing might allow you to complete several urgent tasks on the way to another, but optimizing is also often complicating, which makes things exhausting and stress-inducing. Complicated systems also have more opportunities for bugs or errors. In a computer program, a bug can either create unwanted results or completely crash the system. Complicated programs have more bugs and take longer to fix if a system crashes. Simple programs hardly, if ever, crash. And if there is an error, it is easy to find and fix. Simplification frees up energy, making everything else you do a little bit easier. You are more likely to do something that is simple, and more likely to put off or never do something that is complicated. Number 5. Every skill you acquire doubles your odds of success. Scott Adams discusses the idea of a talent stack often in his blog. You don't have to master everything to get a benefit. Often a working knowledge by reading a book or watching a YouTube video, plus a little practice is all you need. Here are some skills that apply to everyone. How to Fail goes into more detail for each one, so I'll just mention them here. Public speaking, proper voice technique, psychology, persuasion, business writing, accounting, conversation, a second language, golf, technology, design. If you become merely good in most of these areas, there's a good chance you will be successful. Number 6. The more you know, the more you can know. That is Scott Adams' knowledge formula. The more concepts you understand, the easier it is to learn new ones. Think of learning as a system in which you continually expose yourself to new topics, primarily the ones you find interesting. This channel is a manifestation of that for myself. Number 7. Don't confuse the benefits of persistence with the actual odds of succeeding. The Dilbert guy says the minimum requirement of a system is that a reasonable person expects it to work more often than not. Buying lottery tickets, no matter how regularly you do it, is not a system. The odds of hitting the jackpot are too high to be worth it. Number 8. Passion is mostly bullshit. We hear all the time that passion in what you do is key to succeed, but it's easy to be passionate about things that are working out. That distorts our impression of the importance of passion. Passion fades as a venture you were initially passionate about fails. But the excitement and passion increase for ventures that succeed. We also enjoy things we're good at and tend not to enjoy the things we suck at. For instance, now that I'm fairly good at solving the Rubik's Cube, I really enjoy doing it.
Upright. L2. R2.
Dude, what is that? What are you doing?
Man, this is Rubik's Cube shit.
Rubik's Cube.
Man, I get so much pussy with this motherfucker. It's amazing.
Really?
Man, bitches love the Rubik's Cube. Bitches love this shit.
Well, teach me.
Yes, I will.
I mix it up and resolve it a couple times a day. People who can't solve one often say, "I hate those things." A great strategy for success in life is to become good at something, anything, and let that feeling propel you to new and better victories. Success can be habit forming. Cal Newport's best-selling book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, also maintains that passion is overrated. Number 9. Energy is more important than passion. Personal energy is anything that gives you a positive lift, either mentally or physically. Our personal supply of energy is limited, so we need to manage that energy carefully. Being healthy and fit and happy is key to having energy. Success takes energy. Energy to overcome obstacles. Energy to continue trying when we fail. Without being healthy and fit, it's nearly impossible to get the positive mental and physical lifts we need to succeed. That makes good health a baseline requirement for success. Number 10. A flawed system is okay, as long as you're moving in the right direction. Nobody starts out with a perfect plan or system. If the system doesn't seem to be moving you in the right direction, change one part of the system. If you change multiple parts at once, you won't know which worked or which caused the catastrophic failure. I realize the right direction is vague, and you won't always know which direction you are headed and whether to stay the course or not. Scott Adams says, "One predictor for success is that customers clamor for the bad versions of a product before the good versions are even invented. Consider the iPhone. The first version was a mess, yet it was greeted with an almost feverish enthusiasm. That enthusiasm and the enormous sales that followed funded improvements until the product became superb. The smartest way to discern your best path to success is to try lots of different things. For entrepreneurial ventures, it might mean quickly bailing out if things don't come together quickly. For some endeavors, I think the best path comes down to gut feeling and your tolerance for risk. For other endeavors, there is no wrong direction or path, as long as you're moving." That's it for this one. If you enjoyed this or got a little bit of value out of it, it would be awesome if you hit that like button and/or subscribed. Thanks for watching and have a great day!